Before we get into the battle, people, you need to make sure you've got enough energy to watch this. And what do I mean by that? Get yourself some G Fuel using code SALT for 30% off. My favorite flavors are dragon fruit and peach iced tea. There's a bunch of other flavors you want to try. You can get starter kits, you can get tubs, a whole bunch of different ranges there for your energy and caffeine needs or non-caffeine needs. Link in the description of the video, people. Come and check out G Fuel with code SALT. If you miss the salt, it's not my fault. What's up, it's you? For today's video, we'll be full Smash or Pass Pokemon team. Now, my stream and I thought for this very special day today, we'd come up with a very interesting and entertaining team for you. We got a Smash or Pass Pokemon team. I asked my chat what Pokemon they thought would be in this team. They come up with some very interesting nicknames and some very interesting moves. I hope you enjoy. We've got 3 battles today with this team, and let's get smashing. Now, the first Pokemon battle here, this one was against Skylar, and we've got 3 theme teams today, so see if you can guess all of them. The first Pokemon we got is Cloister, for obvious reasons. We got Shell Smash, Pit Missile, Hydro Pump, and Avalanche. Now, the reason why it's called Smash and Go, right, because it's got Shell Smash, and then I was thinking for a sec, what would be a good nickname Marana for this? And the chat was sort of thinking about it too. Then I was like, wait, Shell Smash, right, and a Jetpack so you can smash and go. Oh my goodness. So anyway, what we're going to do is go for the Shell Smash here, and we're going to go, right, because the eject button is going to eject the Cloister right out of this battle. I know it's a totally useless move, but it definitely suited the nickname. Now, the next Pokemon we're going to bring in here is going to be Ditto, and as the nickname suggests, you know why. Now, Ditto is going to be copying the Slowbro's stats, and we're going to see what sort of moveset this Slowbro is. So we've got Shell Sidearm, Protect, Disable, and we got some Foul Play, right? So I thought, well, Foul Play will do a lot of damage, right? So I went for the Foul Play here. However, the Quick Claw is going to activate against my Slowbro. Now, I'd say that is going to probably be a Quick Draw, Quick Claw Slowbro. So the chances of me going first against it are going to be slim to none. Oh, also, the Ditto's item was Black Sludge, also for other reasons. Now, the thing about this is, which I found was really funny, I actually got to have the Black Sludge work in my favor due to the poison typing. So I thought that was really lucky and really cool. Now, the EVs I just gave the Ditto were max health, right? Because that's the best thing you can do on Ditto. So we got the Slowbro going for some more foul play, and I'm going to go for another one, but it wasn't enough to take it out. So at this stage, it's like, well, I've only got a bit of health there. I might be able to win a speed type, but the fact is, I'm going to need Quick Draw or Quick Claw not to work. And the thing is, it kept working all the time. So that's going to be the end of the Ditto, and it did a pretty good job there. At least I got to see what the Slowbro set was. So I was thinking about swapping in my Cloister again. I was like, you know what, we'll go into Steelix Big Bang. Now, I must say, I did not come up with most of these nicknames because the chat started putting nicknames in. I'm like, oh, that'll be funny, this will be funny, but there's a really funny one. So we got Head Smash, Rock Smash, Drill Run, and Explosion. So we tried to do moves appropriate to the subject. You know, this is the most mature video I've ever done on mine. So we're going to have the Slowbro go for protection here. I went for Drill Run, and of course the protection worked, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the next turn I can go for Drill Run and hopefully take out the Slowbro. However, it got a Quick Claw and it got a sneaky little Foul Play off there, doing a little bit of damage to Steelix. I've got Air Balloon as my item too. You can never have enough Raincoat. So I've got on this set, EV spread, I've got max attack and I've got max health. And the ability is going to be Rock Head. So the next Pokemon I come in here is going to be Primarina. I'm a little bit scared of a water type move, so I'm going to go into Smash and Pound, which is going to be Lopunny. Now, I'll show you this set. It's pretty good. So it's a physical set. You wouldn't read about it. And it's going to actually hit me pretty hard there, so almost take him out. So on this Lopunny set, I've got a Tracked Copycat Fling with TR69, and of course I've got Pound too. The problem with this set, it sort of relied on a lot of luck. I had to get the Infatuation, Fling TR69 and try my best. So in comes Mr. Mime here. We've got some Attract not working there. Didn't want any of that. And it's going to go for the Fake Out. It seems to be a physical set. And I've got probably one more turn to do something. So go for Fling. Flinging TR69 on this Mr. Mime. And that actually did really good damage there. Half health. And Mr. Mime's going to have Power Up Punch. So I'm guessing it's a Technician Power Up Punch, Mr. Mime. Now, I better do something about this. Otherwise, I am going to be swept here, especially if it goes for Dynamax too. So next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Big Bang, which is my Steelix. And what I can do here is just hit it with one attacking move. Now, Mr. Mime's obviously going to outspeed me. It only does like 2 damage, but if it gets a lot of power-up punches up, I am going to be in a lot of really, really trouble. So, unfortunately, Head Smash misses, and it's another power-up punch. It's like, oh no, I've got to take this thing out. So, the next one could possibly take Big Bang out. Now, I actually contemplated going for Explosion here, but like, you know what, I'm going to land this attack, and I did. And that is going to be the end of old trusty Mr. Mime. I actually do really like our shiny Mr. Mime. Those little green circle things look really cool. Next Pokemon is going to be the Primarina again. At this stage, like, well, I think I'm just going to let it take me out here because I've only got a bit of health left and Steelix isn't exactly the fastest Pokemon on the world. So Primarina is going to take me out the little flip there and a bye-bye Steelix, and it's going to be swapped out. Now, depending on what was going to be swapped in here would be what I'd swap in opposites. So we got Kadabra. I was like, okay, interesting. And I'm going to go into Gardevoir now. I had a Gardevoir. Now, this is real, right? I had a Gardevoir with throat spray. I'm like, what do I call this? And someone piped up in the chat, throat goat. I almost fell off my chair laughing. Oh, and you're up in our channel. So we got a getting outsped there by a Dazzling Gleam on the Kadabra. I went for high voice, right? So throat goat is going to get a boost from the throat spray. That's exactly why I called that, right? And it's going to get a special attack boost, and it's going to be very, very powerful. The other moves it's got were Hyper Voice, oh, you got just to see that one, Draining Kiss, Misty Explosion, and Helping Hand. I'm not sure why that was on. Anyway, that was I think it might have been meant to be for a doubles battle, but I'm not sure why Helping Hand was meant to be on there. That's reasons above my knowledge. So that's the end of old Kadabra there. The next Pokemon to come in here is going to be Regieleki. It's called, but actually, that's actually a really good nickname. We didn't read about this, right? I went for Misty Explosion, but the Regieleki went for Explosion, so I was like, well, if I actually live this, I'll be able to explode as well, but I didn't end up exploding, the Regieleki did instead. So it was a double KO in this matchup, which is fine. I've still got Cloister left. Now, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Togepi. Now, I've got my Cloister left. So, since I already used up my item, I can now go for Shell Smash, and I won't go right afterwards. So, I can get that Shell Smash going. Now, I've got a couple of options on this set because I'm running a mixed Cloister. Obviously, with this set, Shell Smash Cloister is very good. So, that's why I also gave it the eject button too. Not only for the funny nickname to try and nerf it. So, I had to, at least use Shell Smash, something spells, and then, try and attack afterwards. So, we got a Curse Togepi here. So, if this Togepi does indeed have an Everlight, which I'd say it would, it's probably going to be fairly bulky. But I decided to go with a physical attack anyway because I've got max attack on this set and max speed. So he's pouring a little bit of ice cream on top of the Togepi there, and then I went for a Hydro Pump. It's like, okay, that did nothing. Let's go for a special move. Let's see how much that is going to do, right? Hydro Pump does a little bit more, and now Togepi's going to have Rock Smash. Wow, that was super lucky. And Rock Smash doesn't do a lot of damage, and it doesn't drop my defense either. Now, the ability on this one is Skill Link too, because I do have Pin Missile, so I can, land that one the maximum times possible. So that is going to be the end of Togepi. Last Pokemon is going to be Marge, and this is the physical Primarina set. So we got Dynamax Marge, right? And this is a physical set. So I was like, whoa, I wonder what it can use to be. A fairy type move. I know that I can probably live one. It's just like, I don't think I can do a lot of damage from Cloister. What I was thinking is I could go for a Avalanche, which would be double base power, and it would be stab. And then I could probably go for Pin Missile. I mean, all of my attacks, Hydro Pump could miss, and that's the only other attack that I had. So here comes the Max Starfall. That was about as much damage as I thought it would do. And the Misty Terrain is going to get put onto the field as well. Things are getting a little bit misty here, right? What would Marge's pet name be? Marjorie, you got to spread it. Oh, never mind. So back to the battle here. I'm going to go for the Pin Missile. Let's not open up that can of worms. So I'm going to go for as many Pin Missiles as you can poke a stick at. So that's 2. That was 3. And it's not really doing a lot of damage, but obviously Avalanche is a negative priority, so that's why I knew that it wasn't good to go for that again, because I would get fainted. So I'd say a Hydro Pump was probably going to miss too, knowing my luck. Even though it's a Dynamax Pokemon, in reality, it would be hard to miss it. So that's going to be the end of Cloister. Now, I've got one more Pokemon left. Now, this was my Pokemon I put on this team. This is the one I voted for on this team. Stunfisk, because it doesn't get enough love, And someone was like, I was thinking to myself, right, what nickname could I get? And someone was like, Step on Me. I'm like, what? Where do these people come from? So anyway, I've got this set. Discharge, Sludge Bomb, Waterfall, and Protect. I'm done. So we got the ability Static, and I thought up this item. I thought this was really good. Pasho Berry, right? Because it'll be good against water type moves, and Pash, as in passion, and a Pasha Kiss. Anyway, so I went for Dynamax Stunfisk here on your PIMPNITE channel, and I was thinking to myself there, what I want, right, is I want the Pasho Berry to kick in because I want it to activate for all the memes, and plus I can go for the Max Lightning too, which will put it on the field, you know, power up my electric type attack. So Primarina is going to go for the Max guys there. We got the Pasho Berry kicking in, and Stunfisk is going to take this one really, really well. Now, the EVs on this were Max Health, and I've got Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. So there we go. We got the rain falling, and we got the misty terrain in the field. But that misty terrain is going to go because I'm going to make that into a electric terrain, which would be really, really good. So somehow, I don't even know how I lived that. Like, real talk, I don't know how it lived that attack. Primarina somehow hangs on. So like, okay, well, it's going to be able to Dynamax the next turn. So I'm pretty good here. The next electrical, you know what, any move's going to take it out. Also, Sludge Bomb turns into Max Ooze too. That's why people want to say. I don't know why these people want to see those moves. It's a liquidation, and liquidation, like real talk here. That was a Torrent Primarina with the rain up, so it wasn't like another ability, and that just dropped Stunfisk. Wait, Stunfisk got stepped on. That's all for the first battle, my friends. Let's get on to the second battle. Poor Stunfisk. Man, poor Stunfisk. He tried his best. So this is a battle against Xavier GT, and this is battle number 2. I got a revenge on Stunfisk. Poor thing's crying. So the first Pokemon we got here is going to be Turtonator. So I've got my Ditto. I was like, okay, let's see what this Turtonator's moveset's going to be. You never know what they're going to be, people. So let's have a little look-see here. So I know that it'll have a Fire and Dragon type move. I'm hoping it would, right? So it's got Dragon Pulse, Iron Defense, Ember, and Shell Trap. I was like, what is this set? So, of course, I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse, right? And, of course, the Turtonator is going to win the Speed tie there. It's a disaster. Turn 1 was a disaster, so I got dropped there. So it was either like I was going to get the dub there, or the other Turtonator was going to get the dub, and I lost the speed tie. These things happen, people. Let's get banging on to the next matchup here. I'm going to go for Head Smash, and it lands like sweet, but will it take it out though? Because Turtonator's got a lot of bulk on the defensive side. So good super effective damage there, and it's got Rocky Helmet as the as the item. And look at how much Ember did. Like, I'm not even joking. So I went for Explosion this turn just in case Head Smash or miss, because I thought, well, knowing my luck, right, this is what happens to me. I'll miss Head Smash, I'll miss Drill Run, and Rock Smash won't take it out, and I'm going to go for Explosion because I'm not fainted to Ember, right? I'm going to get roasted hard by the comment section already as it is. So next Pokemon we're going to bring in is going to be Cloister. So Cloister has to go for Shell Smash, but in this matchup I was like, well, I could go for it, but I'm going to get like destroyed by this thing, and it's going to go for Astonish. I'm like, oh, here we go. It's going to be like a scumbag flinching set. So I decided to go for the Avalanche there, and Dragapult has got a Focus Sash, so it managed to live on 1 health. So all I got to do is take it out to 1 shot, and I was like, you know what I need to do here? This would be a prime opportunity to go for Shell Smash and swap out my Cloister. But then it kept flinching me over and over and over again with Astonish. And after it flinched you like, 2 or 3, 4 times in a row, the damage actually starts to rack up here. So it almost took me down to half of my health before I could even do anything. So Shell Smash is kind of going to be good here because I can swap out my Cloister. I quite like the Shell Smash, and even though we're mucking around with a Smash and Go now, it's actually quite good because you can do some cool shenanigans with Copycat. Now, my next Pokemon to bring it here is going to be my Lopunny. Now, I would have really liked a, like more than one Ghost type move or like a Dark type move, yes. So I decided to swap it in and go for Fling TR69. However, the Dragapult's going to swap in and Wendy's is going to have Cloud 69. So I've got the Fling here. I'm flinging TR69, but it really does underwhelming damage, like there's not a lot I can do. So I went for Pounding. I'm going to smash and then I'm going to pound, and we got some pretty good damage there. Now, Altaria's going to go for the Disarming Voice. Now, since Disarming Voice is a sound-based move, it's got Throat Spray. Where's Throat Goat? We need it. Now, anyway, the Altaria's at +1 here. I'm a little bit scared, so I'm swapping out the Lopunny. Maybe I could save it for later on, and I'm going to go back into Cloister. Now, watch this. They went for Hurricane and a miss. I was like, wow, that was lucky. That would have destroyed me. It's got Dragon Breath too, so here it comes at +1. Nearly takes me out. I'll lift on 10 health, and I'm going to pour some more ice cream on top of the Altaria, and it's going to take it out because it's 4 times. So that worked out perfectly. I guess they were a little bit worried about missing the Hurricane like they did the first time, right? Next Pokemon is going to be, I thought they said Laxton. positives. So it's going to be floating on an air balloon there. It's going for a Thunder Shock. Oh, I dodged the Ember, but I didn't dodge the Thunder Shock. You never know, like, people always try to troll me. So that's the end of Cloister. Now it's time for Throat Goat. Now Throat Goat needs to get a boost in special attack. So I thought, well, I probably will scare this thing out. So we'll go for Hyper Voice, and then I'll get the boost in special attack. So the next Pokemon is going to be Duraludin here. Now, this is some sort of team too. I'm trying to think what it is, and I can't at the moment. So maybe one of you also people watching there can leave it below in the comment section as well as a like. I mean, this video is not going to like itself. So I thought, well, I could go for maybe Dynamax here. I could go for Max Starfall. That'd be really quite good. And what I can do then, I can get the Misty Terrain on the field, and I might be able to possibly go for a big Misty Explosion, if you know what I'm saying. So that'd be really good at a thumping 150 base power with all that flying on the field. So go for Dynamax Gardevoir here. And I mean, with this team too, a lot of these Pokemon, I mean, probably not Lopunny, and that's about the only one I didn't really Dynamax because, you know, you got Fling and stuff like that, but all of them could do stuff. So we got a Metal Claw from Duraludin. They've popped the 10% attack boost. That's really lucky. If I don't take this out right now, I'm going to faint to Metal Claw against a Dynamax Pokemon, and I'll never hear the end of it. So that's going to be it for the Duraludin, taking it out there. I'm very happy about that. And Misty Terrain is now on the field. So we've got a Dragapult left on 1 health. And we've got a Dragazult too. So I was like, well, I wonder if they'll bring that in. And they did. I was like, okay, this is going to be good. I can go for a Fairy type move here. That's going to be hit really hard. I don't know whether this thing will outspeed me here, or maybe they'll go, I mean, if they've got a status move, they could go Max Guard and stall a turn of my Dynamax out. That'd be good. But all in all, I was thinking, well, if I can go for a Misty Explosion, that'll be really, really good. Or I can, at least if I can dent this thing, I could possibly bring in Lopunny and maybe, you know, take it out with a pound, you know what I'm saying? So we got the Laxus going for the Max Lightning here on my Gardevoir, and it doesn't take me out. In fact, it does very, very little damage. So that was definitely coming off Thunder Shock, right? And, you know, Gardevoir's special defense is pretty dang good, right? So now I can go for the Max Starfall again. Now that's going to get rid of the Electric Terrain and re-put down the Misty Terrain, which is very good. Man, that got dropped in one shot. So that was a very, very big, powerful attack right there. And that's going to be the end of the Dynamax Pokemon. So they've only got one more Pokemon apart from that Dragapult on 1 health that I put on there earlier with the Cloister when it uses its Avalanche attack. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be, is it Arbok? No, it's not Arbok. How did that get in Sonic? It's going to be the Dragapult. So I was like, okay, let's go for Max Guard. Let's get this going. They've gone for a Poison Tail, which would have been quite nasty. So I'm going to be out of Dynamax, and now I can go for the Misty Explosion, which will be very, very powerful. Plus, I can swap in another Pokemon too. So Throat Goat's going to go first there, and it's going to pop a big explosion on the Dragapult. It's not the Dragapult, the Dragalge. I got it right this time. It's such a difficult name to say, that one, and that's the end of Gardevoir. It's probably just me, though. They went for a Poison Tail again. So, like, okay, maybe it's like a, I don't know, a physical set. And we're going to bring in Lopunny. I can go for the pound all round, and hopefully that'll take it out. So popping the pound there, and it lived. I was like, oh, dang it. Now it's going to go for the Poison Tail, and doesn't do too much damage to me. Since the Misty Terrain's up, none of that poison type of stuff is going to happen. So what I did right is I went for a copycat there, and I did a Disrespect Poison Tail on the Dragalge, paying back for that Ember and that Thunder Shock, right? You got to pay them back. Next Pokemon is going to be Dragapult, and I know that it's got 1 health, but there's not a lot I can do to it, but I thought, well, I could probably just go copycat on whatever move it's going to be, and that's going to be Dragon Claw. However, that takes out my Lopunny. I'm like, man, I thought I would live that one, but there you go. So I'm down to my very last Pokemon, and it's Stunfisk. It's Step on Me. So Step on Me, right, can only do like 1 attack, like anything. So I went for a Disrespect Water Pulse. They're going to try and flinch me. However, I got a static on them, which is great, because that means Stunfisk will be able to outspeed. However, I didn't get flinch, and Water Pulse is going to take out the Dragapult with a nice, juicy attack. So let's go on to battle number 3. Thank you for the battle, Xavier. I'd say that Stunfisk did get a little bit of redemption there in the second battle. But man, this team's actually been pretty fun to use. Let's get on to the third one. This is against F Ariel. Is that Ariel or Ariel? I'm not My Little Mermaid or something like that. And this is going to be on the Dragon field. First Pokemon here is going to be Jigsaw. I wonder what this team is. I actually quite like Jigsaw puzzles. I haven't done one for a very, very long time, but they're quite relaxing, you know. So Ditto's going to be the first Pokemon. This, you wouldn't read about this stuff, right? So I transformed into Spiritomb. Let's have a look at the moveset. So this was Sucker Punch, Trick, Burning Jealousy, and Poltergeist. So I thought, well, since I've got the Black Sludge, how about I trick it away? However, the opposing Spiritomb tricked as well. So what happens here? We're going to play musical chairs with the item. So I got the choice, guys, but then I tricked again. So I gave them their original item back, and I still got my Black Sludge. Man, that's a bad luck there for you. Maybe I should have just attacked, but I didn't think they'd go for a trick right away. So I'm going to take some damage there from the Black Sludge, and now they're going to go for Poltergeist. So Poltergeist is going to be the most powerful move that the, obviously the Spiritomb has. So I do take that one not very well, though, and I also went for Poltergeist too. So I wanted to get some sort of damage on the Spiritomb. At least I know what the Spiritomb's set actually is. That's one good thing about Ditto. Even if it doesn't do much, you can still sort of see what the team, set is. So at this stage, I thought, well, they probably won't go for a Ghost type move. They may even swap because I've got Lopunny, but they decided to go for Poltergeist again. I almost went into the Lopunny there. That's what I was going to do, but I thought, well, that's going to be an obvious play. Maybe they'll swap out and counter it, but they didn't. So I was like, okay, that's surprising. Now I'll go into Lopunny. Let's get that free swap. So Spiritomb's going to swap out there, and we've got the Marowak coming in. It's like, okay, this is good. This is good. So I went for Copycat. This is what I was talking about before. I went for Copycat. Now, the last move used on the field was Poltergeist. So that's going to be a Ghost type move, and it's going to be super effective. And it does really, really good damage there, considering. Now, what I can do here is I can go for a Fling, and I can go for Fling TR69, which is very appropriate for this team. Doesn't take it out, though. Very, very close. And now Marowak is going to go for a Flare Blitz. It's like, uh-oh. They're trying to spice this relationship up, but Lopunny is going to get one-shotted, and there's going to be no recall because Marowak has got Rock Heads. It's like, man, that really, really sucks. So going to Smash and Go here, and watch this. This was nearly a fail. I went for one pin missile. The health bar is going down slow. Look at it. That's 2. That's 3. And this is it took 4 pit missiles to take it out because of all like the quad weaknesses. So bye-bye Marowak. That was actually pretty good. So the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Pangoro. Another shiny Pangoro. I've seen a couple of these the last few weeks. Now it's going to have Mold Breaker as the ability. Now, it's going to go for Fling itself, and it's going to Fling Sticky Barb. Now, I actually still have an item here, and so that's going to obviously be fine. So I won't get the Sticky Barb just yet. Well, it's been like wasted already. So I went for Shell Smash, and now my item is I'm going to smash, and then I'm going to go and swap out of this matchup. So I can swap in something else. So, I was thinking to myself, well, Throat Goat wouldn't be a bad swap in here. I could go for a Draining Kiss, give Pangoro a nice little kiss, or I could go for Hive Voice and get the Throat Spray going. I don't think they'll stand to this matchup, but they did. I was like, okay, hopefully they don't have a Poison Jab or a Steel type move or something like that. You never know. So getting my boost there, and they went for Circle Throw. I was like, oh, you wouldn't believe it. So Gardevoir's going to take hardly any damage, but that's going to phase me out of the battle and forcibly swap in my Cloister again. So okay, they're going to try and play roughly at people, so let's go for it. So go for the Hydro Pump, open out my shell, firing out their Hydro Pump at the Pangoro, does quality damage there. Actually, it's pretty bad quality. And Pangoro is going to go for another Circle Throw. This thing's got some bulk to it, I got to say. So Cloister is going to be forced out of the battle. And the cool thing was, Gardevoir came back in and was like, okay, we're sort of come full circle here, if you know what I'm saying. So I went for the Draining Kiss here, and that's going to be enough to take out the Pangoro. I could have done that at the start, but I honestly didn't think Pangoro would stay into this matchup. So bye-bye Pangoro. And I got all my health back too, so that wasn't all that bad, except, Throat Goat's Throat Spray is now gone. Is this a horror films team? I think it might be. In comes the Bishop. Man, Throat Goat didn't stand a chance there, and it's going to get one-shotted. Now, this I think this is a pretty sweaty... Yeah, this is a Life Orb Bishop with Iron. So this is this is pretty serious stuff here. So going into Cloister, I don't know if they've got Sucker Punch or not, and they outspared me. I was like, what the heck? So that's the end of my Cloister. Obviously, I didn't go for Avalanche either. I went for Hydro Pump. So I got to swap in Big Bang here. This is my only option. If I didn't have this, I'd be in a lot of trouble, right? So I'm floating on my air balloon at the moment. Don't tell me how you can float a big, massive snake on an air balloon. There'd be a lot of helium. Imagine that, right? Be in this balloon and just floating slowly in the sky. You need 69 million. So go for the Dynamax Steelix here. And Steelix will be actually pretty good because I can go for a Rock Smash in Dynamax, which will turn into Matt's Knuckle, and I can increase Steelix's attack exponentially, in 3. So it's got Sucker Punch after all there, and did a pretty good amount of damage to me. So they did take some life of damage. The good thing about Max Knuckle being a fighting type move, that's going to be 4 times super effective, and that's going to be easy enough to take out Bishops. That's really, really good. I was a little bit worried that Spiritomb may come into that attack, and I completely failed to take out Bishop. So Thank goodness it did not. Next Pokemon is going to be Grimmsnarl. Now, Grimmsnarl is going to go for a Prankster Reflect. I'm like, oh no. So we got a little bit of sweat in between this. So there's some interesting sets, but there is some sweat too. So go for Max Rockfall. I thought that it, really helped there. So dropping Stone Journey's cousin real quick there on Grimmsnarl and doing some pretty good damage. Even though Reflect was up, it was still pretty good. And I'm going to put the sand up on the field too, right? I've got to smash this sand away soon because it's very, very annoying. Here comes Play Rough. Obviously, that's really the only attack they can do to me. And it didn't drop my attack. I was a little bit worried it may drop my attack. So go for another Max Knuckle here. I know that it's not going to do much, but I have to try and build my attack up. Since that Reflect is up on the field, I want to try and do as much damage as I can. And maybe I can burn up a couple of turns against Grimmsnarl, And then I might be right for Spiritomb, but I don't know just yet. So Steelix is going to get outsped. Here comes another Play Rough from Grimmsnarl, obviously doing very, very little amounts of damage to me. So I went for Head Smash here, and Head Smash connected. And we're going to smash right into that Grimmsnarl, but it managed to live. It is going to take some more damage the next turn too. So regardless, whatever move I use here, Grimmsnarl is going to faint. So I decided to go for a Rock Smash. Had to do it, people. And it's not often you get to say you can beat a Grimmsnarl with Rock Smash for a Reflect up. So bye-bye, Grimmsnarl. Next Pokemon is going to be, the Tower Mark. Oh, it's got Frostlass. I was like, okay. Now, Frostlass is actually going, the sand is gone, by the way, is going to go for a Hex here. So Hex is going to do pretty good damage to Steelix. Doesn't take it out, though. I'd say they had Will-O-Wisp there, but they didn't want to, use the Will-O-Wisp, maybe if a miss. And Head Smash is going to take Frostlass out in one shot. That was beautiful. So bye-bye, Frostlass. All that's left now is going to be Spiritomb. However, Spiritomb is going to, this is going to be their Dynamax Pokemon because they haven't Dynamaxed yet. It is. So Dynamax Spiritomb here, the only good thing here, it has below half health, so it has taken some prior damage already. Actually, wouldn't mind doing a jigsaw puzzle of a Spiritomb. That'd be pretty cool. Imagine if the puzzle moved at the same time. A moving puzzle while you make it. That probably exists. So this probably is going to take my Steelix out here. I'd love to hit it with one more attack. Here comes Max Flare. If you remember at the start, it had Burning Jealousy, so that's turned into a Fire-type move. So all that's left now, it's Stunfisk at the end again. I was like, can Stunfisk pull through? I don't know if it can, because this thing's going to be rather bulky. So I was thinking to myself here, well, if I go for maybe, I've got Water Pulse. That could get confusion, but my best bet would be go for Discharge, see if I can, paralyze it. So getting hit by the powerful Ghost-type move there, and it's going to drop my defense, which is bad, because this thing is, it's got Sucker Punch and things like that. Going for Discharge doesn't do a lot, but I get paralyzed. I was like, wow, that was really, really lucky. Reflector's now gone. I went for Protection here, getting that Protection up. You got to use a couple of protections sometimes, right? And Spiritomb's going to go for Max Phantasm, getting through the attacking move, but I actually hang on, which is great, on 29 health. So this is going to be deciding too, people. Will Spiritomb get paralyzed, or will it Stunfisk get to attack? Will Stunfisk get stepped on again? That's the question, people. It's already been stepped on a couple of times. And it's going to get through the paralyze, and Stunfisk is going to get stepped on. I tried my very best there, people. Hope you enjoyed this Smash and Pass Pokemon team for April Fools. I'll catch you tomorrow for a more serious theme. Peace out, people.